All right, let's dive into a completely different way of thinking about wealth. We're going to explore a new architecture for building abundance. And spoiler alert, it's not about what you do, it's all about who you are.
So does this sound familiar? You're hustling, you're grinding, you're checking all the boxes you're supposed to. But when you look at your bank account, it feels like you're just stuck, running on the treadmill, putting in all this effort, but the results, they're just not matching the work. And this right here is the core reason why. It turns out the problem probably isn't your work ethic, it's your identity. Because money, as an energy, isn't drawn to neediness or desperation. It's attracted to a very specific state of being.
So let's kick things off with the first huge idea we need to unpack, what we're calling the great money misconception. Seriously, this is the fundamental error in thinking that keeps so many people stuck, no matter how hard they try to get ahead.
Okay, this is the uncomfortable truth at the heart of everything. We don't attract what we want. We attract what we believe we are. It's not about wishing for $1 million. The real question is, deep down, do you believe you're the kind of person who has and manages $1 million? Your reality is basically just a mirror, reflecting your deepest beliefs right back at you, not your loudest wishes.
To really get this, we have to look at what's running in the background. Think about it like this. Your mind has a kind of financial operating system, a set of code that's quietly dictating every single result you get.
All right, time to activate Geekbot mode. Let's get a little technical and break down how this internal system actually works, piece by piece.
So the core of this whole thing is your internal script. This is your subconscious programming about money. And if you think about money as just stored energy, and your thoughts are also energy, well then your financial reality, everything from your bank account to your income, it's just delayed feedback from the script you've been running all this time.
So, which program are you running? Take a look at this. On the left, you've got the scarcity script. It's full of thoughts like, money is so hard to earn, or I'm just not good with money. And then on the right, you have the abundance script. This one says, wealth flows to me easily, and I am built for this. Be honest with yourself. Which one sounds more familiar?
Now, if you looked at that last slide and felt yourself leaning toward the scarcity script, don't even worry about it. Because the best thing about code, it can be rewritten. So let's talk about how you uninstall that old buggy program and install a serious upgrade.
The whole process kicks off with these first 3 steps. We've already covered step 1, right? Understanding how the system works. So now, let's focus on installing a powerful new script and, just as importantly, completely dismantling the illusion that keeps the old one running.
This right here, this is your new code, the new script you're going to run. And look, this isn't some magic spell. Think of it as a precision tool for rewiring your identity. Repetition creates belief, and belief, well, belief creates reality. You're not begging the universe for something. You're simply normalizing a new state of being for yourself.
And here's why this phrase is so potent. Every single word is there for a reason. Gratitude immediately pulls you out of a feeling of lack. Alignment stops you from forcing and struggling. Easily starts to dissolve your internal resistance to receiving. And responsibly makes sure you stay in integrity with your values as you grow.
This is how we drop that scarcity illusion. Just look at nature. A plant doesn't sit there wondering if it's worthy of sunlight, right? It just grows toward it. Abundance is the default setting of the universe. Scarcity, that's just a man-made story we've told ourselves. The only thing blocking the flow is a decision you once made that it was blocked, and any decision can be rewritten.
Okay, let's move on to the next 3 steps, because this is where it all starts to build. We're going to reframe our relationship with desire and ego, and then, most importantly, connect all of this internal work to real-world, practical action.
Because let's be real for a second. You don't actually want stacks of green paper. You want what that paper represents, right? You want freedom. You want to make an impact. You want security, experiences, the ability to contribute. Desire isn't greed. It's just your unrealized potential calling out for expression. Wanting to grow but blocking money is like wanting to breathe but refusing oxygen.
And this is absolutely crucial. You can't just sit in a room and chant your new script and expect things to change. Affirmations without aligned behavior are just noise. This internal identity shift has to be paired with practical action. That means improving your financial literacy, developing high-value skills, creating real value for others. You have to become the person who can actually handle the results you're asking for.
Okay, so how do you actually do this? How do you make it a daily reality instead of just a cool idea? That brings us to the Daily Abundance Protocol.
It's a simple 3-part routine. In the morning, you state your new identity. You set the intention. In the afternoon, you take one small aligned action that generates income or value. Build that momentum. And then at night, before you go to sleep, you consciously catch and reject one scarcity thought. This is how you change your identity, through small, consistent daily practice.
Now, let's tie all of this together with one last, really powerful mindset shift. This is the one question that can reframe this entire journey for you.
But first, we have to really get this. Money isn't good or evil. It's just a tool. It's neutral amplification. It doesn't change you, it just makes you more of what you already are. So if you're generous, more money makes you more generous. If you're disciplined, it amplifies your discipline.
So if we accept that money just magnifies who we are, then the old question we've all been asking, how do I get more money? It suddenly becomes totally obsolete. It's actually the wrong question.
The real question, the better question, is this one. Who do I need to become to handle more? And with that one little shift, the entire focus moves from desperately grabbing at something external to calmly evolving your internal world. The money always follows the identity, never the other way around.
And I really want to leave you with this powerful reminder. Wherever you are in this journey, you are not behind. You are not excluded from this. You are not limited by anything out there, except the story, the narrative that you keep rehearsing in your own head.
So let this be your final takeaway. Let this sink in. Prosperity is your natural state. Expansion is the normal course of life. You are built for both. Now go act like it.